It's sunrise. The start of another day in a typical neighborhood in a typical American town. Full of happy, busy families starting their day. Just like this one. But this happy family is a little different. They're a Sunrise community family of people with special needs.
Pull it back here. Feel for the handle. What's that? That's the water. Very good. Now you can take it to the table. Very good.
It wasn't always this way. For folks with disabilities, a welcoming home of their own was only a dream. The reality, too often, was a nightmare of oversized, indifferent, and ultimately scandalous institutional neglect.
Not too long ago, people with disabilities and those who love them faced some pretty terrible choices. Aging parents struggled to provide care at home, while their strength and their resources dwindled to nothing. The only choices open to them were institutions that frankly were more like warehouses than the loving homes you'd want for your children. It was an outrage that cried out scandal after scandal. In 1962, my dad read an article about a child with disabilities who was dumped at the Miami airport. He wanted to help, but he found that the existing options were dreadful. So he decided to find a better way. Together with some concerned parents, some caring neighbors, some generous business associates, and a small core of dedicated professionals, they built the exceptional children's home on the site of what is now our magnificent 120-person facility. From the beginning, a Sunrise home was not an institution. It was a real home where the individuals treated with the respect and care we'd want for ourselves and our loved ones, instead of a warehouse. A Sunrise home is a greenhouse, a place where hope and skills and confidence grow.
And grow we did, by helping each individual in our care to grow. Sunrise has grown, to care for over 2,500 people with disabilities every year, to become the largest provider of their residential services in Florida, to build a spreading Sunrise network in Tennessee, Alabama, Virginia, and Connecticut, to pioneer a growing range of services in residential and daycare settings. But Sunrise has never been about numbers. Our focus has always been on the individual, to help make each life as full and satisfying as we can, to create a home that protects and nurtures, cares, and comforts.
It has taken over 40 years of tremendous effort, resources, and professional skills to make homes this welcoming and lives this full, but it takes much more. It takes a God-given drive to treat everyone the way you'd want to be treated, the way you'd want your child to be cherished and protected, the way you'd want your brother or sister to be respected. I would like to introduce you to just some of the Sunrise team who embody that drive and let them show you how we're making a tremendous difference in the lives of folks with special needs.
I've been with Sunrise for 32 years now, and I'm not the old-timer here by far. Our board, our management, our direct service staff have all made an extraordinary commitment to Sunrise. And that commitment and continuity are so important to the folks we serve. It relieves anxiety and uncertainty and creates the real sense of well-being and acceptance you need to build secure and stable home lives. It has also given us the opportunity to build an outstanding team of professionals with tremendous experience, exceptional technical skills, and a united focus on the individuals we serve. In a field that frankly too often struggles to achieve adequacy, our daily goal is nothing less than excellence, as measured by our ability to help each person live a valued life in the community.
Sunrise prizes itself on individuality. We make sure that each person has an individual program plan, and we customize according to what the consumer's dreams and goals and wishes are for the year. And we are lucky at Sunrise because we do have a very large range of services. As an individual's changes in medical or in behavioral needs or in independence, we have given them the opportunity to have new services, a different home, a different adult day program, and they are able to move around in the Sunrise family without getting a whole new organization to take over. Each of our staff really get to know our individuals as a family member. We take that very seriously. Our staff and our individuals are very close-knit. They are the ones that can read the slightest sign, just like you would do with a family member. If something is wrong with the individual, if they need some extra help, if there is some medical concern, we do a lot of training on observing those signs, and we do a lot of training on giving individuals choices.
Training is such an inadequate term for the lifelong program of professional development we've built at Sunrise, with intense emphasis on perfecting the skills, judgment, and sensitivity of our individual caregivers. We call it Sunrise University.
Sunrise University has helped us as an organization elevate our level of knowledge, our level of training, to keep us the best organization serving people with disabilities in the United States. We help people gain new skills, new knowledge, so they can apply that in the workplace. We work with the individual employee to help them become better at what they do, so that they can, in turn, do a better job working with people with disabilities.
Beyond training, Sunrise has pioneered setting and monitoring exacting standards of performance and quality control to assure excellent care every day in every home for every individual.
A compliance officer is someone who ensures that the organization is keeping within the rules and regulations. Sunrise voluntarily chose to begin a compliance program. We are cut above the rest.
Visit any Sunrise home, drop in on any program, talk with any of the Sunrise family. You'll see the training, procedures, and compliance paying off in excellence in serving special needs, in residential care, and in a growing range of exciting vocational options.
Well, here you're at the Log Cabin Plant Nursery. The major part of the nursery is growing plants and making sure that the plants are healthy, making sure that the customers get good customer service. What we try to do is to promote the health, welfare, and safety of the individuals. When I sit down with myself at the end of the day, I have to be thankful, to say, yeah, I made someone's life just a little bit better. It might have been a small little change, but a little bit better.
Some of our consumers here are in training. They're not quite ready yet to go on to the contracted work. So what we do, we provide the opportunity to teach them, so maybe one day they will be able to do the work themselves.
Some of the toughest jobs Sunrise family members train for are things that most of us take for granted, like feeding ourselves or bathing, moving a head, a hand, or a finger, listening, speaking, breathing, smiling. Each can be a major accomplishment that vastly improves the quality of a human life.
In speech therapy, we're trying to improve the person's communication skills, whether it's pointing, using sign language, using communication boards, having them speak clearer, having them learn. Physical therapy, we're trying to improve the motor skills, having the person either improve their balance, have them walk better, have them learn to walk, have them be able to walk for longer distances. In occupational therapy, it's more the daily living and the fine motor and the eating skills. I think all the therapies together have a general basis of trying to maximize a person's independence, so that their daily living, they can do the most for themselves as they can, and that their lives are better.
Better lives. That is what Sunrise is all about. Better lives for our clients, better lives for their families, knowing their loved ones are safe, healthy, and active.
Brian, he definitely likes to be in a routine. He likes to do things. He does like music. They have the little social events down at Sunrise, and he likes those. I just think Sunrise is very good in that respect. You know, they've taken him to Disney World, like for a weekend. I would never do that. I just would never do that. They enjoy themselves when they go on these outings. I mean, they've done several outings around Miami. He likes to go swimming and all of those type of things.
James got involved with Sunrise through a very wonderful social worker who knew him at the state facility. Many, many more clients per dorm. Much less individual attention, but we were helpless. We didn't know about Sunrise. And this wonderful social worker said, I'm going to take your son to Sunrise. She did. We were just overwhelmed by the change in the way he was treated. James started in Sunrise in 1979. He's 51 years old, and the most he's been able to do with patient, loving instruction is to fold napkins and roll silverware in the napkins, tie his shoes, help with his shaving. But when he went there, he couldn't do any of that. But all of a sudden, he was doing things. He was going to the workshop. He was planting plants, and he knew how to do that. It was just a delight to see how he responded. He was dancing when they had the picnics, which they have once a month. James was participating, and I credit his experience at Sunrise.
The close friendships we form at Sunrise are the clearest signs of life's quality.
Who's the boss?
Sunrise, it's the start of a brand new day. I've got miles to go, but you should know that I'll be on my way in my own time. I will make a dream come true. Take my hand and together see what we can do at Sunrise.
These are just some of the 2,500 terrific folks it is our privilege to serve. Thank you for spending this time with us. I hope you take away a sense of Sunrise, how greatly we value and celebrate the worth of every individual in our care, how our team has transformed tragedy and neglect into hope and accomplishment. Please join us in this vital winning effort. Without you, there is no Sunrise.